Hello everybody, I know that you guys love recording studios, don't you? My name is Kristian Kohle from the Kohle Audio Cult, and today I'm gonna show you one of the greatest recording studios in Stockholm, Sweden for rock and metal. Welcome to Studio Gröndahl. We've just filmed 2 mixing courses here with 2 evil bands, Carcass from the UK and Bloodbath from Sweden, and we are about to meet David Castillo, who's the main engineer at Studio Gröndahl. Follow me.
Welcome to the Bloodbath mixing ritual. Today we're gonna mix a Swedish death metal classic. My name is David Castillo. In this mixing course, I'll walk you through my original mix of Mock the Cross by Bloodbath, and I'll show you every detail of the production. From the classic chainsaw guitar tone to Mikael Åkerfeldt's growls and screams. But that's not all. I will revisit the original track and carefully remix the song using analog gear and my current mixing techniques. The course includes the original multitrack, so you can mix the song yourself. You can even upload your own version, get a professional mix feedback, and win fantastic prizes. If you want to dive into Swedish death metal and get your hands on this brutal and intense classic, click the link below and join the Bloodbath mixing ritual now.
Hey son!
Hey! Welcome.
Welcome. And there he is, David Castillo, the man himself. What a nice place.
Thank you.
What a beautiful place. Great console as well. Do you still use it a lot?
Always, I would say. Both for mixing and for recording. It's mixing, I could probably find another solution today.
Yeah. But since you have it.
Since I have it.
Yeah.
And I really love it. But what I couldn't replace is a console when recording.
Yeah.
It's so convenient to have dynamics, EQ.
And you all use
just
that like
levels.
On the way in, you use EQ as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the summing of stuff. It's so much faster than having a rack with preamps. And I tend to not, if I have a setup like that, I had a little bit in my previous studio.
Yeah.
I tend to be lazy. Like plugging that in or like now it's just one button away if I want to EQ anything. Yeah. Press the compressor. You know, everything is so much smoother and faster, and sending stuff like Q-Mix.
I also started thinking again about getting a console just for tracking drums. It's just so nice and so fast. So did you found the studio here, or who?
I bought it more than 10 years ago now.
Okay.
I got the keys like early 2014, but it was built already back in 99 by the previous owner called Pelle Gunnerfeldt. Is a producer, done a lot of stuff, but maybe most famous for the Hives early albums, their big hits.
The Hives.
Done here.
Okay, nice.
Still have the master tapes for it here. My retiring plan.
Right, that's smart. So that was more like a rock studio back then?
Yeah,
or
more punk.
Punk, okay.
Punk, indie, rocky kind of, I would say. Hardcore, a lot of the Swedish stuff he did here. And it's also a little bit cool. I think it's 25 years. Might be the oldest studio in Stockholm.
Wow, okay.
Like actually that had the same place with the same name for 25 years.
Got it.
There's a lot of older studios from the 70s,
or
of course.
They moved, or they got new names, or
new names, or different locations. Yeah. Going back and forth with different names, different owners and stuff. There's been 2 owners since 25 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And still the original name since day one. So it's kind of cool that way.
That's right. And was the SSL already here, or did you bring it?
SSL was here.
Okay.
They used to have an one-of-kind API. Like it was kind of a prototype, I think.
Okay.
So in the beginning, Pelle bought this as actually to create his own automation system. Because he's programming and making his own software, everything about,
And this is not the 4000, right? This is the
6000
G
from Swedish radio, but I think it was using television maybe because was made for like a broadcast version of the 4K. And in the early, when I moved in, he had moved this console here instead of the API, but the whole lounge was a control room. And this console was there originally.
Wow.
So I did that SSL there and the API here.
Okay, so it used to be 2 control rooms, now it's only 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really comfy. I like those seats here. I really enjoyed sitting there. It's really nice and comfy. Almost like being in the cinema.
Yeah. It was like it was some kind of car seats, I think, when I moved in, was totally broken. So it was a friend of mine's girlfriend that made those for me. But here's where it's changed the least, I would say, in the studio, since I own it. A lot of cabling, of course, is...
But the main layout stayed the same?
The main layout's been staying the same. Fixed, like, he was a punk rocker, and I'm a punk rocker in some way, but...
On the inside?
Yeah, but I need organized around. I want it clean. I like it being nice. It was a lot of walls, no wallpaper, no, like, it was just plasterboards everywhere, like, not painted, missing parts. I don't even know what you call it in English, like the parts all around, like the floors.
Okay.
So the frame, like, yeah.
So you repaired stuff and made it beautiful and made it a little less punk rock?
Yeah. That's pretty funny. They did a revisit, Pelle and the Hives here. They did like some documentary thing.
Okay, back.
And he just went into the recording room floor and lay down. It's like, this studio's never been this clean that I could have been doing.
Can I sleep here?
Because it used to be like a skateboard ramp in there.
Really?
Yeah, and
skateboard ramp. Wow.
This big like teddy bear just in one corner. It was
okay.
Big parties here back in the day, like skateboard guys. They were skaters most.
Now it's very organized, heavy metal organization. Yeah. A nice outboard as well. I can see Pultex. I can see 1176s. Right.
Big collection of gear, yeah.
I know that you're a big fan of these green Joe Meat compressors that you don't see very often anymore, right?
And everyone just laughs about me using them because they think it's cheap stuff or whatever when you have...
Okay.
But to me, especially the one I'm having there, I have a few spares that don't sound the same, but my main one, probably something broken. I'm not sure if it's one of the very earlier, because I think they have one SC2 model, and this is SC2.2 or 0.2.
Right, yeah.
So maybe that's an earlier revision, but it still says it on the faceplate, or something is broken, because it sounds
very different.
So different compared to... I think I had on 3 backups that I tried to see if someone sounds the same.
And they don't even sound close.
No, it's not even close. And I still have 2 backups, but they are not... I can't use them as backups because they're so different.
And that's your main parallel drum bus compressor? Never touch it, right? Just ride it from Pro Tools?
Yeah. It's even someone dropped a glass of beer on top and broke the knob off. So... And actually, I don't know.
That might have improved the sound even more. Who knows?
Maybe it's been broken since day one.
I can throw beer bottles pretty well, like from a certain level.
Do it on the second one. We'll see if it works.
And this is your favorite EQ, right? Or this is your wonderful Sontec?
Only had it since the summer or early spring, maybe. I don't remember. But it's the first time I managed to change it out instead of using plugins. I've always been looking, since I have the hardware compressor on my mixing bus, I always wanted to replace the plugins with the hardware.
Yeah.
But I've struggled to find something that beat the plugins.
It's really better, right?
Yeah, that's really better. And this is the first time that it actually right away was wow. And since then I removed the plugins and been stuck with this.
I mean, it's a real classic, right? For a mixed bus classic.
This is though it's a clone, I would say improved in some ways, because the old Sontecs tend to break a lot. Like I think it's the power supply that always breaks down.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's why George Massenberg went on and did his own design to fix the problem Sontec had.
Yeah.
But this is built by another guy did a really good copy. And I don't care if it's original or whatever. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
Then I use it.
It was kind of cool because like when we did the mixing courses, he had the Sontag on the master bus together with the Red 3 compressor. And especially the EQ made a massive difference. And I also kind of like the parallel drum compression sound of the Joe Meek, because it sounded way more for me like a VCA thing than a typical, let's say, LA2A opto compressor. Anyway, check out the courses, link below. Get the tracks, and you'll see him doing his magic with these beautiful boxes. Which are your go-to preamps?
Preamps are all here. And I would say I've added a few different there, but over the years I always used API on toms and stuff. Even like DI. I'm not a guy. I don't even care how the DI sounds. It's there for me to 99% to edit stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
It's easier to edit distorted guitars. So sound-wise, it's not. But occasionally I use it then to reamp something. And it's been good for me, at least for that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the GML is one of my favorite. Like, if you want hi-fi, clean sounding, but still not boring. Like, it's transformless, and everyone thinks it's kind of
boring,
no mojo or whatever. But this actually is the low end and stuff. It's low mids are amazing, and it's not boring at all. And then for more mojo, like if I have brighter mics that I want to tone down a little bit, I really like the TG2. And this is a
Swedish Neve clone.
Yeah, it's vintage design. Now it's under the name TK Audio.
Yeah.
But this was done.
It is Swedish, right? Isn't it?
It's Swedish, yeah.
Right.
And this was the prototype of a 1073 preamp that he built for a drummer called Kristian.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago.
But his preamp lives on.
It lives on, and it's been here. I had it for many, many years, and also came with an amazing EQ that I have over there. That back then it was you could only insert it in the preamps because it didn't have its own output and input transformers.
Yeah.
So I had
modded and
TK rebuilt it for me with a new power supply and input the Carnhill input and output transformers. And also the Brent Avril, which I'm pretty sure BAE Audio is Brent Avril, but they bought it and it's not part of it anymore.
It's the same, yeah.
But it's built by like older API
people.
Or his design. I think it's parts from older API and really fat sound. I love them for guitar. So I would say that's my
go-to stuff. My favorite piece of gear is actually this. I was really impressed by this. That's a real tuner. How cool is that? Would love to. Where did you get that from?
Actually, from a friend of mine that works at the Swedish distribution company that been selling Korg for, I don't know, 20 years or something, and probably some other showroom or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want this? Why not?
You can plug in here.
You can plug in, and cool. It's even has a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can get the tone.
Nice. I'll take that with me. Let's have a look at the live room, maybe.
Sure.
Lots of pedals. Nice.
Pedals. Here are like the tapes I was talking about. Like here you can find the hives. What else? You have a lot of Swedish stuff. Fireside was the previous owner's band. It was called Fireside. Swedish, I would say, kind of hardcore band.
Yeah.
Breach was one of my favorite bands.
Hives. 2002.
And there's a lot of like Atomic Swing Swedish stuff. Yeah.
Cool. And you still have a tape machine?
Yeah, still have a tape. Use it a couple of times a year.
Okay.
At least still. So
cool.
It still lives there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, more of the hives. And this actually becomes, if you want, you can record in here.
Yeah.
You close these doors and those doors, and it's like
so we're already in a booth, so to say.
It could be used as a booth. I've done sometimes like acoustic guitar in here when you have a full band going with louder.
When you need separation, right?
Yeah, when you need a lot of separation.
Because here we enter the next booth, right? This can also be closed.
This turns into one of the booths as well. Close those doors and the glass doors. And here you can still have a musician
with eye contact.
Eye contact with the rest of the band.
Yeah, that's cool. And here we are.
Yeah, and it's kind of a cool design here. You get a lot of from this small space. I would say, like, mention both those booths. Then you have the more real one here. Is a little bit better isolated on their own concrete platform there.
Yeah.
And so I use that a lot for when I'm tracking bass live together with drums. The bass amp is there. Or doing vocals. It's my main vocal
anything
booth.
where you need separation from the
and I want it kind of dry, and it's designed pretty cool that you place. I can show you maybe a little bit. It's designed to place a cab here, and then you put the mics, and you get like kind of the early reflections taken care of here. So it's
absorbers here, left and right.
You don't get it back.
Yeah,
and sounds really good in here
for a small booth, not boxy and not reflective.
So like for the Carcass example, when we did the rough guitars, his guitar amp was in here.
Okay,
and we had the drums out there. They were sitting, of course, together there playing, but the amp cab was in here. That's why you still can hear it in the compressed room mics and stuff.
Okay, yeah, slightly.
And then when I start doing the real guitars, I had this as I really like the tone of what we got here. So I did it later when I have the cabs out there. I had to see what I really liked how it sounds here. Let's try kind of get that. And so it's still like, it's a really nice sweet spot for cabs.
Cool.
I even had a really small drum kit in here if you want the 60s.
Yeah, 60s, very small, tiny.
You have to use one of the not so deep kicks and then you make it work.
Yeah, cool.
The last booth, I would say, it's similar to that one, but with a higher ceiling in there. So you get rid of the early reflections.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one is higher? Okay,
yeah, so overall this one is better because in there you can get a little bit of the early reflections.
Okay, like some flutter, some. So,
and in there is just a machine room for the power supply, for the console, and for the headphone amp, and
all the shit you don't want to see, But so that means, 1, 2, 3, 4 different booths and the big room, so you can record a lot of people.
Yeah.
And this one can also be closed with gobos, right?
Yeah, so it's designed like that. It's to make it dry in here.
Reamping space. Oh yeah, it gets really dry,
You get into completely different, and then I put the gobos on top there when I want it dry.
And then you can have the singer here.
Yeah.
If you want.
Singer here. And also I open up, if I want room mics on the guitars, I maybe open up 2 gobos in the center to get more of the room.
Yeah, that surprised me. He used room mics on the, was it Carcass guitars? Something that is actually forbidden, but who cares? That was punk rock of you.
Yeah. I have a little bit of it.
Yeah, still, right? And lots of nice cabinets, Mesa, Marshall. Yeah. I see SM57s and Royas.
Yeah, I use this as my guitar amp or even bass, recording a room with the closed gobos. And also, like, if you want dry drums, like the direct mics dry, with a drier sound, you close it off in here, but you still can open the room mics if you want.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you're very, this room is
versatile.
Very, very versatile. And also, I would say the good size, because it's not too small to have issues that you can get in small rooms, but not too big that you're
not able to get a tight sound anymore.
And stuck with a super roomy...
With a signature room
that
sound.
It's like, all right, now it's too much in the overheads and all the close mics. So you have one trick pony kind of thing. Here you can use like a dry sound, and with the same setting, just bring up the room mic so you get it more wet if you want.
Cool.
So it's very, very flexible design.
I like it, and I know some drums recorded here. Sounds really nice.
Yeah, usually my spot is having the drums outside of this dry area.
Yeah.
Facing that way.
And you also have a lot of nice guitar amps, so people can choose from different flavors for the Chuga Chuga. Engel, Mesa, High Watt, EVH, MLC.
Yeah, MLC. I have a PV5150. in there you saw the diesel, Voodoo amps, more Marshall, 1-2 channel like the Pre-5 and the rectifier. That's I'm getting back next week finally. It's been gone for a year.
Okay. Oh.
2 bass amps. It's like I've narrowed it down to stuff I
really use
instead of having so much, because then you get too many options and guitar players like, can we try that? Can we try that? 2 days later, you're still trying stuff.
I still have way too much tube amps still.
Yeah, and for me at least,
it's not an argument. Not really. Don't sell your tube amps. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but you also learn what you like and figure out what I figure out. Doesn't matter which head I have so much. If I tune it to my liking and whatever, it's pretty close.
It's gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah. The big difference is cabs, miking,
speakers, mics,
and placement, and that's where 80%, 90% even of the sound can change really drastically. Yeah. But changing the head, it's not. Of course, it's different, but I don't need tons of them. No. I would say, like,
absolutely.
I kept the ones that I use and that has one specific sound instead of having
5 that are almost the same.
Almost the same. I had 2 800s, GCM 800s. Sold one because the other one was so much better that I have. So it's like, why keep 2?
Right. Yeah.
Because even if you have like decent size studio, you get too much gear and there's no way place to store it.
No, I know that problem. Yeah.
And that's actually like that machine room is also my whole drum room.
Where you have like the drum gear,
tons of drums, all the snare cymbals, shells, stands, everything is like, it's like IKEA in there. I'm kind of proud of the compact living IKEA.
Yeah, and everywhere around here, there's like, you can open like little doors somewhere to some storage spaces, right? Yeah.
That's what you do, and you're always looking for more space. You have to find your way to, maybe we can put this here. There's still a few things like all my drum heads, I don't know where to store them. I just move them around, like now they're here, and then next week I have to move them there, and
I know.
All that shit.
I feel your pain, yeah.
Now some of them are here in the guitar shelf. So, yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for visiting lovely Stockholm.
I'll be back, I'll be back. If you guys want to see this guy mixing, now you can, because we have, maybe when this video comes out, at least we have 1, and maybe we have even 2 mixing courses with him, where he shows how he mixed a song from the latest Carcass album with very interesting course, a lot of really unique and vibey sounding tracks. It includes the multi-track, so you can mix a song yourself. You can even get a mix review from me and even win some cool shit. The other course that we have been filming here is the Swedish death metal band Bloodbath. And what makes this course special, not only because Bloodbath is cool, I'm a big fan actually, but it's a 15, 16-year-old mix that he shows, pretty legendary record, but then he also remixed it and gave it like a more modern spin. Again, enough creepy salesman talk. Check out the links below, really cool courses. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below and tell us how much you like David and his studio, and how much you prefer me to Warren on this channel, obviously, right? I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.